since 2011. They hope to continue that streak today as they host San Jose Earthquakes live in Chester, Pennsylvania. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Union Pregame Live. I'm Marissa Pilla.
And I'm Dave Leno. San Jose comes out east for the first time this season. The Earthquakes sport a 4-2-2 record. That's good for fifth in the conference. They are led by a sensational coach, Marissa, in Dom Kinnear, who captured 2 MLS Cups with the Houston Dynamo following the hiatus of San Jose before the 2006 season. They are headlined by Chris Wondolowski, who spearheads the MLS with 7 goals. More on him in just a little bit. But last week, Philadelphia did earn the victory here at Talon Energy Stadium, but they were tested by David Villa in New York City FC.
They certainly were tested all game long. David Villa pressing for a goal from the moment the game started. He had a couple great shots towards Andre Blake. A couple went a little far. This one hit the post, but this was the only shot on goal the team registered the entire game. Now, he did get a little frustrated, as we saw, taking down Vince in the half field, recorded a yellow card for that, but the Union had their own tack of their own. Chris Pontius went off of the side of the field for a little bit to tend to a bloody cheek he received, but he got right back in this game and scored this goal when he was waiting far post and just tapped it right past the goalkeeper to secure the first goal for the Philadelphia Union. As you can see, he just weighted that ball out really nicely and secured another goal for his new team, the Union. This one built out of the backfield a little bit. CJ Sapong leads it back to Sebastian Lejeune, who gives it right back to him one time for the second goal of the game. CJ has been playing like a maniac up top. He is so aggressive, so physical, and he's got a couple of dance moves too.
I'll have to steal some of them. Marissa's David Villa recorded the lone shot on frame for New York City FC, while Chris Pontius had 3 on keeper Josh Saunders. New York City FC had the advantage in possession, passing accuracy, and tools, but give credit to the Union in the defensive third, hindering Shelton Mendoza and Bravo last week. Here's the Eastern Conference standings. Montreal slides a point above the Union thanks to Wednesday's draw at New York City FC. The Union have recorded the most home wins out of any Eastern Conference team with 3 and remain undefeated at the friendly confines. Only Toronto FC has allowed fewer goals with 5 this season. The Union and Andre Blake have relinquished 7 through 7 games. And prior to the start of this year, Marissa, Ernie Stewart, Jim Curtin, and the staff here in Philadelphia drafted with the defensive mindset. They got Josh Yarrow as the second pick, Keegan Rosebay as the third, and that plan is coming to fruition this year.
Well, we've seen those two Georgetown alums really play off of each other's chemistry already this season, but also young players like Ken Schribbett and Richie Marquez. Richie Marquez came out of nowhere last season and is continuing his tough, hard streak this season and really performing very well for the Philadelphia Union. He is aggressive. He plays with his full body, and that's exactly what they need in the backfield. But more on the defense, we're going to bring in our resident analyst, Peter Pappas. How are you doing, Peter?
Hello, guys. How are you?
Great. Always good to have you. Now, Peter, goalkeepers are known to have the best vision on the field, really seeing the plays develop on a wide scale. So from your perspective, what is making this unit work so hard as a full defense?
Well, right now there's just a lot of organization. There's a lot of communication. There seems to gel. So a couple terms we hear at soccer a lot of times is pressure and balance. That means when someone is pressuring the ball or going into a tackle, there's someone sliding in to cover the space in behind them. The center backs doing a great job of shifting left or right to provide coverage for their outside backs. Everybody's really working hard for each other. And it's all made a little easier by the strong play of Andre Blake. He's absolutely been brilliant this season. And if you're a defender, knowing you have a goalkeeper playing the way he is, it allows you to be a little freer, a little looser, knowing that if you do make a mistake, you have a guy like Andre Blake that can pull off a brilliant save to erase a few mistakes here and there. So when you can play a little more free and relaxed, you're going to have a better output.
Last week, Peter, Wando didn't have a quality touch until the 41st minute against Sporting KC. How does Rosenberry and Marquez derail him and Innocent up top today?
Well, it's constant communication from the two of them, all 4 defenders and Andre Blake, in pinpointing where Wando is. He'll fade in and out. As you said, it took him 41 minutes to get a touch last week. But that touch for a guy like Wondolowski could be deadly. It doesn't take a lot of a play for him to make an impact on a game. So a lot of communication and knowing where he is at all times.
Well, Peter, we know Ray Gaddis will be starting in place of Fabinho, who is unavailable due to yellow card accumulation. So what does Ray Gaddis bring to this defensive line that is a little different than Fabinho's style of play?
Well, he has a ton of physical gifts. He's one of the fastest players in MLS. He maybe doesn't have the offensive game, especially from the left side, that Fabinho has. Fabinho provides great service on that left side, being a left-footed player. But Ray Gaddis can come in, arguably one of the best defenders for the Union over the past few years. So from a defensive standpoint, there's no drop-off whatsoever. But they can compensate for him going forward. But Ray has really worked hard over the last few years to overcome some of those challenges with the ball at his feet. And he's doing a great job, and he continues to improve. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ray in the starting lineup tonight.
I think a lot of people are excited to see Ray as well. Thank you so much for your time, Peter.
Sure, guys.
So we know Ray Gaddis will be starting, but who else will be in the starting 11 for the Philadelphia Union?
Well, alongside Ray Gaddis, Marissa, Josh Yarrow is making his third straight start for Ken Tribbett, who's not on the 18. Barnetta, who was sensational with his restarts and services against New York City FC, makes his second consecutive start after dealing with knee tendonitis. And Warren Craval, who came into the match last week in the 81st minute for Pontius, is back in the starting 11 for the 5th time. And last week, Chris Pontius and CJ Sapong were so good telling goals. And speaking of impactful players, last week Brian Carroll became just the 8th player in MLS to appear in 350 games, the 6th field player to do so. JP Telecamera's interview with BC is coming up next.